Hi everyone, welcome on board to Helper.tv.
A deadly blast rocked the Nigerian city of Ibadan overnight, and this is said to be caused by explosives stored by illegal miners. This is what the Oyo State governor told citizens. Now, 2 people met their demise, and 77 others injured in the explosion that has affected 7 suburbs of the Nigerian third most populous city. Crowds thronged to the site of this blast as rescue efforts continue. We will be watching this video together of a eyewitness. He saw all that happened. He was there. He's lucky to be alive today. He said he was actually on his knees praying when this explosion occurred. This is so sad. At first, people thought it was the North striking once again. And when I say the North, I mean the terrorists in the northern part of Nigeria that struck in the southwest of Nigeria. But now, we are talking about a very much deeper, dangerous issue here, where we have splinters of miners, illegal miners as they are called, who have explosives stored where people live. It's quite unfortunate. A lot of things are happening in Nigeria. A lot of things are happening. And this is a wake-up call to everyone. Let us watch this video and we will talk more.
My name is Omogoriola Otiki. I live in the neighborhood. I was observing my prayer around 7:45 p.m. when suddenly I heard a very loud bang. I've never experienced that kind of sound in my life. It was so terrifying that the old buildings around was shaking, and a lot of buildings, before we realized, got damaged. So after the sound, there was very thick dust that enveloped the whole area. It was so thick that you could not even see the person in front of you. So we all had to mask up in order not to, get injured. After a while, like about 1 hour, so the whole thing subsided, and we were able to move to the scene of the occurrence. On getting there, we found that a lot of buildings around that area has been damaged beyond recognition.
Which area? Is it this one that we are standing, or there's another area here?
This where we're standing.
What's the name of this place?
This place is Dejo Oyelese, but the scene actually happened because it transferred to this place. Happened on Reverend Aderinola Street.
Aderinola Street.
Yes.
Is it the same as Adeyi Avenue?
It's off Dejo Oyelese. Adeyi Avenue, you get to Adeyi Avenue before you come into Dejo Oyelese.
Okay, you get into Adeyi Avenue.
Yes.
Just before you get there.
Yes, before you come in here.
So it is that loud bang that I heard that affected this whole street here now?
Yes, please.
So now, what do you think that sound would have been?
Oh, on getting to the site and where it occurred, we saw some experts, bomb experts, security agencies, and then when they looked at the big ditch, very wide and deep, and they concluded that if it were to be a bomb, it would have spread and not dig into the heart. Yes. So they said probably there's a minor equipment, or what they use, the miners use or something like that, like a dynamite. So that was what might have exploded. And yes.
So do you have miners in this area?
I don't know. The experts were, they had to, when they get to the scene. So but I think they will continue this thing.
Now the question is who will be held responsible for this terrible act? Obviously, for you to have illegal miners. I know it's a vast landmass, and you have people who are operating secretly somewhere. At times you might not be able to track them. At times they are working for a particular political office holder, or they are working for one chief, or these are just group of people who feel that they have been disenfranchised. They believe that the king and the governor of the state and president, how or the ministry of this and that, they believe that politicians and those that they call elites, so-called elites, are the ones benefiting from the goodies of the land. And they look at themselves. Poverty, penury is eating them deep. And they decide to do for themselves, like, you know what? They say that money, wealth is in the mouth of the lion. We will go in there even if we'll be hurt. But unfortunately, because they had to keep the explosives illegally, as the government is going to call them illegal, they kept it where human beings sleep and wake. They kept it where they should not be keeping it. And here we have today, massive explosion, properties destroyed, lives lost. And don't think this is the only location you will find such. It is everywhere. Even in the northern part of Nigeria, everywhere you will find this illegal storage of explosives used to mine. Go as far as go to other parts of Africa. The same problem. Why? Because life is meaningless. Government and the so-called monarchs, they are all thieves, they are all criminals. They act and pretend as if the goodies of the land is not enough. It is not enough, never enough. It will never be enough to go round, but it is always going to be enough for them to accumulate much more than they will ever need in this life and in the life to come, and for their children. A lot of things are going on behind the scene. It's so sad. Just look at the case of Niger. The military took over, kicked out the civilian government. Why? Because the government is in collaboration with another extremely wicked, vicious entity. I'm talking about France. And it's not only about France. The UK government, America, many of these countries, they have done this in several parts of the world. They have reaped where they did not sow. They have looted. And France, as wicked as France is, France did not take its hand off. Obviously, there's nothing happening in France, apart from tourism and some other businesses that they have here and there. France make huge. France is actually running France. The French government is actually running France. Emmanuel Macron being one of them. He followed after the footsteps of his predecessors. He is actually running France on the back, on the tears, on the same RIP, demise of those in those Francophone countries. Look at what happened in Niger. They had to kick the president out like, look, man, you've done too much. How can this particular rare element, substance in our land be taking over our land? And we are giving stipends. Even the stipend does not circulate. Go to that country. They do not have constant electricity. You will find more undeveloped locations and areas. It's as bad as that. And these people, when they go abroad, they buy houses that they will never bring back to their country. That's how stupid, wicked, evil many of these Africans are. I don't know what they need. And when you talk of religion, they are the ones that will tell you how Allah did this to Muhammad, how Jesus Christ went here and there. I'm just telling you in general that they are so religious, but inside of them, they lack that sense of being upright, loving themselves, loving others, and also looking at their own race as, no, we need to achieve, we need to get it. Selfishness. They will never look at the West. They will never look at countries where things work. It's only about how selfish they are, how much they can be kept in power. I understand that if they try to fight against the criminals who come to take their wealth and give them stipends, give them some little change. I know that you will just see the tabloid BBC and some of the news here and there, and they will come up with a story and say that the president of Niger has committed so much havoc, he has taken down people. They already have him on their thumb, like blackmail kept some of this, and they will fall into the country. You know, their military is always on ground already. And the next thing they will do is to crush the country, take out the president, and that's the end of it. We know that they do these things, but the only reason they can do it because you don't like yourself, you don't love yourself, you are so wicked to yourselves. You see, when you talk about corruption and like this bomb blast and all of these things that happen now, this stems from wickedness. Wickedness gives birth to a lot of children, and one of them is corruption. What are your thoughts about this one? Are you somewhere around that locality where this happened? Drop your comments. See you in the next update.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.